Hey guys, good morning. We're looking at Ezekiel number 44 today. And it's broken down to a couple different passages, but it's what I want to look at is the laws governing the priests, which is, I'm just going to take a look at verse 28, some of 29 and 30. And, these are the Levites. The Levites were called to be the priests of Israel. They were called to maintain the temple. They were called to just minister to the people, minister to God. The Lord set forth certain rules and stuff like that. As you read this, you see that they have to enter a certain way, that they have to wear certain garments, that they can't sweat, and it goes on to about their hair just must be neatly trimmed, and just different things. Excuse me. But these are a people that God has reserved a personal relationship with. This Old Testament time. It wasn't, God didn't have personal relationship with everybody. God only had personal relationship with certain people. And I want to go ahead and read some of this, like verse 28. It says, "And it shall be in regard to their inheritance that I am their inheritance." Now, if you remember back in your Old Testament teaching, maybe your Sunday school teaching, that all the 12 tribes of Israel all split up. They all had their own land, with the exception of the Levites. God says, no, I am your inheritance. You don't need that land. You need me. I'm your inheritance. It says, you shall give them no possession in Israel, for I am their possession. Now, this is, last night's class was totally about God being jealous for us and God wanting and yearning and having that intense desire for relationship with us. And that was last night's class. And you can see God has not changed. Okay, that even way back in Old Testament times, that God still reserves for himself a people to have that intimate relationship with, because he wants that. He says they shall eat the grain offering. They'll have the sin offering, the trespassing offering. Every dedicated thing in Israel shall be theirs. You see, the grain offering, the sin, and all these sin offerings, all this stuff is always the best of the best. It's always the best lamb. It's always the best bull. It's always the best. So God says, listen, I've got this intimate relationship, and I'm going to give you the best out of it. You're going to be, the word I'm looking for, you will have the best benefits from this. It even goes on in verse 30, it says, the best of all first fruits of any kind. God takes care of his people, especially those who get close to him, who have that yearning desire to get after him like he does them. And I am just so grateful that we live in a time where each and every one of us has that opportunity to get after God, to get after that relationship with him. And you know what? And it's just amazing. When you do get in the presence of God, it's just, I can't explain it, but you're taken care of. You don't have any worries when you walk in the presence of God. That God is happy for you. God is happy with you. And, for me, there's no better feeling in the world than being in his presence. And when I feel that God is pleased with me, and, let me tell you how much that just encourages me and lifts me up and just makes me want to jump after that relationship even more. And, and I beg you, if you have never felt that God was pleased with you in anything, then I beg you to search out and seek out that relationship with him even more. Spend more time with him. Spend more time in his word, more time praying and meditating and thinking on his word. And God will just begin to show up in your life and do things through you. And when he does, that feeling of just actually, wow, knowing you put a smile on God's face just blows away everything else. So please get after him. Put a smile on God's face today. I love you all. Have a super day.